only a handful of special first times in life. The first kiss, the first date, right? The first time at school, the first time in a job. I honestly thought that I'd had all my firsts and, nothing was ever going to be new again. And being that I've raced for so long, even I'm surprised at just how much I still love what I do. And it felt so new.
Kim Kardashian and Lewis Hamilton just gave the internet a moment nobody was ready for. And now everyone is asking the same question at once: is a wedding actually coming? The rumor mill did not just simmer this time, it exploded, and insiders close to the couple are saying things that have fans refreshing their feeds every few minutes trying to catch the next update. What started as a whirlwind romance between a reality television mogul and a 7-time Formula One world champion has apparently reached a point where marriage is not just a distant possibility anymore. It is something Kim herself is said to be actively picturing, down to the venue. Sources close to the situation say Kim has already started imagining what her next walk down the aisle could look like, and she is reportedly not thinking small. According to an insider, things between her and Lewis have gotten serious, genuinely serious, to the point where marriage has entered her mind again after years of staying guarded following her divorce from Kanye West. She is said to be cautious, not wanting to rush things publicly, but privately the vision is apparently already forming, and it is a big one. The name being whispered as her dream location is nothing short of jaw-dropping: the Miami International Autodrome, the very track where Formula One hosts its Miami Grand Prix. Yes, the same asphalt where roaring engines and record-breaking speeds captivate hundreds of thousands of fans could reportedly become the backdrop for one of the most talked-about celebrity weddings in recent memory. Insiders claim the venue can hold up to 275,000 people on race day, and while nobody is suggesting Kim wants that many guests, the symbolism is not lost on anyone. A wedding at the same place where Lewis built part of his legacy would be the ultimate tribute to the man and the sport that shaped him. What makes this even more fascinating is the timing. Fans cannot help but connect the dots to another headline-making couple, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, whose recent wedding sent shockwaves through pop culture and set a new bar for how massive a celebrity union can become. Reports suggest that watching the buzz around that wedding may have reignited something in Kim, a spark that has her once again dreaming about her own future down the aisle. If true, this would not just be a wedding, it would be an event, one designed to rival anything the entertainment world has seen in years. Of course, none of this means an engagement is imminent. As of now, there is no ring, no official proposal, and no confirmed date circulating anywhere close to reliable. What we do know is that the relationship between Kim and Lewis has been moving at a pace that has stunned even the most seasoned celebrity watchers. The two were first spotted together looking unmistakably close earlier this year, and since then their romance has unfolded across multiple continents, from quiet countryside escapes in England to romantic dinners in Paris, all the way to sun-drenched afternoons on the beaches of Malibu. Their story did not start this year though, and that is part of what makes this romance so compelling. Kim and Lewis have known each other for over a decade, crossing paths at industry events long before either of them imagined this chapter together. Back then, Kim was still married to Kanye, and Lewis was in a very different phase of his own life and career. Fast forward to now, and the two have reconnected in a way that feels less like a sudden spark, and more like something that had been quietly building for years, waiting for the right moment to finally ignite. Since going public, the couple has been anything but shy about their affection for one another. They have been photographed sharing an unmistakably tender first kiss, caught surfing together in matching black wetsuits, and spotted enjoying quiet, unguarded moments like watching a sunset on the side of the road in the middle of nowhere. It is that last detail that seems to have struck a chord with fans the most, because for two people whose lives are constantly under a microscope, choosing to just stop and watch the sky change color together feels remarkably normal and remarkably real. Kim has also reportedly begun folding Lewis into her family life in ways that suggest this is far more than a fling. He has been introduced into moments with her children, present during vacations, and even spotted supporting her at personal and professional milestones, including a night at her own Broadway production. For a woman who has been famously protective of her children and her personal space since her divorce, letting someone this deeply into her world speaks volumes about how much she trusts him. Meanwhile, Lewis has had his own whirlwind of a year, competing at the highest level in Formula One, while somehow also navigating a very public, very scrutinized new relationship. Fans have noted that his focus and performance on the track have been directly linked in headlines to how things are going in his personal life, with some even joking about a so-called curse whenever a race does not go his way. Whether that pressure is real or simply tabloid fodder, one thing is clear: Lewis Hamilton is no stranger to being watched closely, both on and off the track. So where does that leave us with this wedding talk? It leaves us in a place of delicious uncertainty, exactly where celebrity romances thrive. Nothing is confirmed, no venue has been booked, no date has been set, but the pieces being talked about behind the scenes paint a picture of two people who are clearly building something they both take seriously. Kim dreaming about a Miami Grand Prix wedding is not just a fun detail, it is a signal, a sign that in her mind at least, this relationship has crossed into forever territory, even if she is choosing to keep her cards close for now. For fans who have followed this journey from the very first paparazzi photo to now, the idea of a Formula One track transformed into a wedding venue feels almost poetic. It would merge two worlds, the glittering, camera-ready universe of the Kardashians and the high-octane, adrenaline-fueled world of Formula One, into one unforgettable moment. Whether or not it ever actually happens is still very much up in the air, but one thing is certain: if Kim Kardashian and Lewis Hamilton do walk down the aisle, it will not be quiet and it will not be small. Until then, all eyes remain locked on this couple, watching every appearance, every glance, every rumor for the next clue. Because if there is one thing we have learned from watching Kim Kardashian's life unfold over the years, it is that when she decides to do something big, the whole world finds out, and this time it might just come with checkered flags and a champagne toast unlike anything we have ever seen before.